What's going on, you guys? This is Hyperion-Blue-GT. Happy New Year! So it's time to get ready for Season 3 of the 2019-20 Exhibition Series of the Manufacturer Series on Gran Turismo Sport. The first round is going to be at Suzuka Circuit for 12 laps, and we are going for a Group 3 category for today. So I hope this is going to be quite very good to get started. We'll be getting prepared for having the point race will be available by the time. So I hope this is going to be quite very good to be ready to go. But this will might have that race regulation that this will might be going with the racing soft tires or the racing hard tires by giving the choice. So let's go and have the Chevy Corvette C7 Group 3 will be ready to go. But this is going to be quite very good to have the balance of performance for having a regulation check. So everything is all good. So let's go and take some practice before we will get started. So before enjoying watching the video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and check out some more videos if you like. Feel free to enjoy it anytime you want for the entertainment. So let's go and get ready to race, and let's begin. This wheel might be taking a different qualifying time for only 5 minutes. So here we go, folks. This is going to be a very good, excited moment to take 12 laps around on Suzuka. So this is going to be very excited for the moment. So let's get started. Welcome to the first round of Season 3 of the 2019-20 Exhibition Series of the Manufacturer Series. So let's go over it with the drivers and let's get it started. So it looks like Tim Lee is taking first place for the Porsche 911 RSR. RX3 Oldtar takes second place for the Alfa Romeo 4C Group 3. Paul EP3 for the Lexus RCF GT3. John 3 6827 takes the Dodge Viper. Man 37659 is in the Mercedes-Benz SLS AMG GT3. Catch OE205 in 6th place for the Mercedes-Benz AMG. PSRT Slug Slime in 7th place for the BMW M6. 8th place is EG L21 for the Porsche. Chris 77 Card takes the Audi R8 in 9th place. Badger J in 10th place for the Mercedes-Benz AMG GT3. ACK Nightmare in 11th place for the BMW M6. Falling up in 12th place is myself in the Chevy Corvette C7 Group 3. A279523X takes 13th place for the Lexus RCF. Hyperion Blue-GT in 14th place. Luke Warmwater 06 in 15th place in the GT5 Citroen race car. Gold Honda 8 takes the AMG Mercedes-Benz GT3 in 16th place. JC in 17th place in the Peugeot Vision GT Group 3. Darkin LL in 18th place takes on the Chevy Corvette C7. Galvin Noah Logan in 19th place in the Ferrari 458 Italia GT3. I hope this is going to be a most brilliant race we'll begin for this time of the challenge, folks. This is going to be the best part in the challenge. So we're going for the commencing on the rolling start, so I hope we are ready to be prepared. Tires will be given the best selection by the choice. And taking on for the chicane, and here we go. Green flag is right onto the start, and we are going underway. And it looks like we got one driver just accidentally slammed in onto the barrier of the pit entry, so hope this wheel might be very careful out there. So best of luck to all of us, and we are going in to take the perfection moment. We'll be going on to see it. So looks like the first turn is going to be quite very roughly out there, so we gotta be very careful. They're about to slow down, take a little bit few recovery. We'll be going in. Taking out with some few S-turns, we'll be going in to take on to the apex. this is going to be quite taking that good grip on the mobility that this will might be coming in. Man 37.659 is going in to take it in. Trying to find a way to overtake PSRT Slug Slime is going to be quite very struggling in for it. So it looks like Tim Leach has definitely dropped down in 9th place. Hope he can try to keep it up to keep going forward, because Porsche is about to stepping in to take the action by having a challenging moment on the struggle. Now it's going to be quite very good to see RX3 Oltar is now going in to take the lead. We might be keeping in. But it's going to be quite very good to have the moment for his running skills with his Alfa Romeo is going to be on to the first place for the first round. And it looks like Tallfall EP3 is going in to defend in 2nd place. And oh man, it looks like Tim Leach just definitely might be got off the track, and now he's going to need to try to keep it up on it. Hope he can probably have that mobility, might keep it well responded in with his Porsche 911 RSR. It's going to get very challenging that this will have to take. Taking a lot of few focus out there, Will might take the precision. So I hope this is going to be taking the few straightaways. Will might be coming in. So here comes the out and out. Oh boy, looks like that is going to be quite pretty close out there. So looks like A279523 just passes me before I'm about to take that struggling in to keep at it. And here it goes onto the chicane, and this wheel might take the ways to going in onto the end of the first lap. So we are now entering into the 2nd lap. So I hope this is going to be quite keeping up. Will might take that skill to going on that mobility, but this is going to be taking a lot of struggle that this will might be taking in. Lukewarmer water is now definitely might be coming in onto the first turn. So looks like Citroen is going to be stepping in to overtake Chevrolet, is going to be catching up before the Lexus will might taking in. But it's going to be quite very challenging on the S turns. It is going to be taking in for having a lot of good speed and handling that this will might be holding on for. Still trying to find a way to overtake 2795-23X position, because he's going on the defense. But this is going to be quite very hard to get to see it. But he's definitely might be taking a good blocking position that this will might defend it in 10th place. But meanwhile, Sean 3 6827 is taking 2nd place, while Tallfall EP3 is going on in 3rd place. And it looks like this is going to be quite very tougher it gets. So looks like this is going to be a long way distance to catch up onto RX3 Oltar's leading position, because he's got enough gap distance out there, folks. He is going for it, but he might take the chance to win in the first round for Alfa Romeo. Now it's going to be quite very tougher out there, so hope I could probably catch up onto Lukewarm Water 06, because he's going very closer out there, but there will be some few drivers with penalties. But be very exercise caution. And oh man, it looks like this is going to be having a lot of problem out there, so this is going to be taking the bumper damage that this will might take. So looks like the rear bumper is definitely might be getting a little bit beaten up on it. Takes a few seconds to do a little bit more recovery for a while, but it's going to be quite very hard to mind the gap to have a one straightaways when each drivers are definitely entering in onto the penalty line. That makes it in onto the 3rd lap, so only 9 more to go. But this is going to be quite very grueling battling in to be taking it in to going in there. And looks like PSRT Slug Slime is now entering in 3rd place. He's going to catching up onto Sean 6827, and now he's going to be catching in while the 2 drivers are still battling out to catching up onto RX3 Oltar's position at the lead. But it takes a while, because several drivers are taking a lot of struggling in by the pace to deal with several handling turns on the corners. Is going to be quite giving the distance we might be checking in to do it. But there will be having a lot of action out there to have this race will be going on. Taking the braking points is definitely might be needs to be important without the double cones to be assistance. And oh man, it looks like men 37.659 just definitely looks like we got 5 drivers just got off the track and spun out as well. So looks like this is going to be a pretty tough collision to see it, folks. They will try to keep it up, so it looks like I'm entering in on 6th place. Hope I can keep it up with only 5 drivers remaining, but they are still going faster as much as we can. It's going to be quite very grueling to be on the long length of the distance. EGL21 is now going in to take the pushing in onto PSRT Slug Slime in 5th place, but this Will might still going in to take the battle of the ropes. Will might be going on. The battle of 4th place will be going in to be marked on the way to see how the 2 drivers are still going on to be on the chase. While I'll be on to taking on to 6th place to keep it well defended. But this is going to be most brilliant out there to have the first start that this will might have that race to be going in. The fastest lap has definitely performed is 2 minutes and 2.989 seconds was set to be made by RX3 Oltar. He did pretty good job out there while he's taking the lead. He's going to make it in no time whenever he's going to have the chance to be onto the podium at the finish line. So it looks like this is going to be quite doing good to see it. So Patrick Oy 205 is now definitely might be keeping up to stay onto the upper hand while he's going in to overtake Tall Paul EP3. But it's going to be quite very good to see how the other drivers are definitely might be having a time to stay focused, since the part of the collision was definitely might be having a tough time since the last lap. But we will always going to try to keep it in to approaching in on that turn. It's going to be quite very grueling tough out onto the hairpin. Only 1.6 gap distance from behind for myself. So I hope this is going to be taking a lot of faster time. Will might be keep it go right at it. I hope I could probably defending 6th place whenever I'm about to be ready for myself. Keeping up that turn so I won't get mistaken. That should do it. This is going to be quite doing well to take that grip. Will might be staying on the good focus. It looks like there's going to be a 1-car quality check on Tall Paul EB3. Just stay with us, Tall Paul. Okay, looks like he's finally back on good respawn. That might be quite pretty well to see it. So looks like we have PSRT Slug Slime is in the pits, so he's going to be ready to change up the tires. Well, I'm about to be going in onto 5th place, but this is going to be quite very good to have one recommend check to see it. So I hope this will might give a little nick of time for PSRT Slug Slime to stay in 5th place. But right now, I'm going in to catching up to his position, so I'll be on the way to go for the overtake. But this is going to be quite very good to have the battle between the BMW and Chevrolet. Will might be taking on for the battle of 5th place, because taking on for only a few distance away to reaching up ahead. But it takes plenty of turns. It is going to be quite getting in to have a lot of much handling in to perform. Gonna have that turn to stay right at it. But this is going to be quite giving in. PSRT Slug Slime will continuing on to catch up onto EGL21's position. So it looks like this is going to be quite giving the time for him. It looks like Tall Paul EP3 is now coming in to overtake my current position. So I'm about to be ready to defend. Blocking strategy is going to be very important out there, folks. But every driver might be prepared, but there will be taking some few handling turns on the corners, so we have to be bracing in. And oh man, looks like we got a yellow flag just calling in. So looks like Chandre 6827 just got spun out and taking the recovery. So looks like the Dodge Viper is now going in to be dropping down right at 7th place. So looks like Tall Paul EP3 is about to be going in, so it looks like he's definitely might be taking the time to slow down before approaching in onto the out and out turn and then taking on that chicane. Hope I can probably do it. This is going to be taking a good patience mobility, will might taking the good chance. So if we have several drivers, or definitely might be exit out by being affected by their ratings, will be dropping out. So this will might take plenty of drivers will might be continuing on to stay at it. But this will might take the good ways to have that driver rating will be going in. So right now, currently in on to 5th place. Looks like I'm doing good. Taking that good handling turns, will might be taking the inside, will going correctly. Will might be taking a good throttle to stay onto the maintained position. Tall Paul EV3 is definitely might be doing okay. Taking a good time to have his Lexus RCF GT3 will might be doing the same thing like the Chevy Corvette, will might be taking the action to going in for it. And it looks like there's a yellow flag just calling in, so it looks like EGL 21 just definitely might be taking the time to going on for the recovery. So it looks like I bet Tall Paul EP3 just definitely might be pushing in onto 4th place. I hope he's doing okay. Good thing that he's definitely trying to avoid getting caught up in the penalty. But this will might be ticking in to stay on in 5th place. Getting very much closer in. Will might take that turn, taking onto the spoon corner. That should do it. I hope this is going to be given the time for me to going into the pit stop. So we're in the middle of the halfway lap, folks. Lap number 6 is about to get nearly close until at the end of the moment. Now moving on to the 7th lap by taking the pit stop, we'll be giving in to see it. So it looks like Badger J is going in. So I hope this is going to be taking the good tire change. We might be staying on for the medium compound tires that this might go to the effect. And it looks like Tall Paul EB3 is now going in the same thing as well. But this is going to be quite very good to have a fuel recommend to be needed as well. So hope this is going to be quite good to have Chevy to be taking 1 pit stop for use. But this will might take a while before this will might be going in. Now back in action, and it looks like JC is now definitely might be coming in 7th place. There will be some plenty drivers are still trying to keep it up by using the Racing Hard compound tires, but they will still got enough grip before whenever it's going to be running out. But this will might take several drivers will taking the chance. And it looks like Pescia takes the defensive position for 7th place, while Chevy is going in to take the upper hand. Will find a way to go through onto the overtake. But I hope I can probably keep it up, because taking a lot of precision will might be taking the speed to perform. It's coming closer on that turn, so just gonna have to try to keep it nice and tight. Here it comes on that hairpin turn. Hope we're all gonna get ready for this one. And it looks like this is gonna be quite very closer in on it. Trying to catch up on today. C is now getting nearly closer, approaching in onto the spoon curve. He takes on to the spoon curve, and it looks like he's definitely might be trying to hold on for his grip. Now coming back in onto the straight, but this is going to be quite doing good. So meanwhile, RX3 Otar is now taking the pits, so he can probably stay well defended in 1st place. I hope he can do it. He can still win this time of the race, folks, because this will be his 1st win in the 3rd season. Might be given the moment. Now taking on for that chicane, might be going right at it. So looks like he's getting closer to ATK Nightmare is going on. So this might conclude to pushing in onto the 8th lap. Corvette is now stepping in to take the action to catching up to Pescia Vision GT and the BMW M6. Now it's going to be quite very closer on to the 1st turn, so hope this is going to be taking a lot of caution to be given well exercise to perform. Now BMW is taking on for one, nearly approaching in to get ready for a running defense, while the Peugeot and Chevrolet is now going to stepping in. But it's going to be quite taking the three-way battle. Will might take on for the 6th place. Will might be taking the moment. Will might be taking a lot of time to spare. Coming in on that turn. Hope this is going to be quite very risky. And looks like Peugeot is stepping closer in nearly onto the BMW. And this will might have to following up onto the hairpin. But I hope this is going to be quite very tough enough to see how the two drivers out there. And it looks like ATK Nightmare just almost lost his grip, and he still tries to keep holding in because taking a lot of mobility will might be keeping in to stay maintained. Now here comes onto the spoon turn, and oh man, it looks like I hope they're not going to be loosening up on that mistake. So just they know what to do. And it looks like JC is taking in 6th place. Peugeot is now moving in, while ATK Nightmare is in 7th place. So I hope this is going to be quite doing in to take plenty more distance to coming in. Better have to keep it dry, but it's going to be quite very risky for each driver that has a lot of defense positions who might be going for one racing strategy. Now, looks like Nightmare is entering in the pits. Going on for the 9th lap, only 3 more laps to go, folks. Hope this race is going to be quite very excited to see it. So this might take the total time for 17 minutes since the race began. Chevrolet is now taking the stand on 7th place, while Peugeot is going to be on to 6th place until taking on to the Mercedes-Benz will be in 5th place. But I hope the crowd is very excited to see how challenging drivers are still keeping up their best. Will might be going in onto the top 5 finish. Will might be given the time to do it. Now, looks like they're about to coming back in onto the hairpin. I hope there might be time to give it time to spare. Now, looks like this is going to be quite doing a lot better. So, looks like Go Honda 8 is about to be coming in to overtake my position until just a few gap distance at the moment. Hope I'm about to be ready to defend. This wheel might get very closer to be on the nearly approach. Now, hope this is going to be quite doing good to see how his Mercedes-Benz AMG GT3 wheel might be taking a lot of speed. We'll be going in onto the straightaways before approaching to the out-and-out corner. So, hope I could probably going right at it, stepping in onto the apex. So, looks like hope JC is now definitely might be still doing okay, and looks like, oh boy, looks like this is going to be having a little tough time on that chicane. But he's still doing alright. Okay, he's still in one piece. Nothing else to be affected onto the penalty. So this is going to be quite doing good. Only 2 more laps remaining, folks. Just going to get very much closer in. Will might be taking a lot of tire grip. Will might be having a lot of time to spare. Now looks like Patchboy 205 is now definitely might be taking a lot of time to get everything set up to defend his position. While Mercedes-Benz are definitely might be getting prepared. While Peugeot is about to stepping in to have a one strong power mid-engine race car that this will might be taking the power performance will might be taking the chance to go on to the better advantage. But these two, they are still going right at it to keep it up. Will might be in at the finish. But I'm still going to keep it up. Takes a lot of few speed out there might be taking a lot of perfection on that turn. But this is going to be quite going in onto that spoon corner. Oh boy, looks like JC is now definitely might be getting a little bit time that nearly off the track, so hope he can try to keep it together. Now looks like Gold Honda 8 is now coming in onto my position by only a gap distance of 0.149 seconds. Hope he can try to keep it up till he overtakes my current position, but this is going to be very risky, and oh man, almost lost that time of the grip, so just going to have to keep it well careful onto that out and out corner. Taking that time on that chicane. Hope I can probably try to keep it nice and steady. Now here we go, folks. Lap 11, only one more to go, so this is going to get nearly there towards the final lap at the moment, folks. But this is going to be quite very challenging to have a lot of time to spare. But I hope everybody is still trying to keep it up. Now it looks like this is going to be having the top two drivers on second and third place. Badger J is still doing a lot of perfection skills to do a lot better, so hope he can try to keep it up on it, while PSRT Slug Slime is going to catching up towards him, because this is going to be taking the one long way grueling battle out there that this one might take the long gap distance to be in the chase. Will these two drivers might be making in, might be having for only a short gap distance in the same distance whenever they got the chance to do it? But it's going to be quite very tightened up on it before they're about to keep it continuing on to catch up onto RX3 Oltar in first place. RX3 Oltar is still taking a lot of few distance, might buy some time. He's still a lot of good precision that this one might take a good racing mobility skills to perform. He might be making in towards the final lap of the race, but it's going to be quite very challenging for every group. Race cars are definitely might be taking the good challenge to challenging on to Suzuka circuit. Now looks like this is going to be quite very good to see how JC and Patch Oi 205 is now definitely might be going in. Pescia is about to get very closer to the Mercedes-Benz, but this is going to be taking a lot of good slipstream for Pescia, so this is going to be quite very grueling battling in to take it on for. So gap by taking the distance, we might be keeping in for having a one tight squeeze, and then this is going to be quite taking that chicane, we might be giving some few space onto the opening. So here we go, folks, the final lap is on its way. This is going to be it. So let's go for it, but this might take one lap, might be taking the chance to go. Now, looks like this is going to be quite doing good to see how PSRT Slug Slime will be taking in second place. He will going in to catching up, while RX3 Oltar is going to be taking the lead. Might be having a good ways to go. Badger J is going to be quite coming in to catching up onto PSRT Slug Slime, so hope this might be checking the driver list by the top left, so hope this is going to be quite doing good to see it. So hope I can make it to do it, to keep it well defended, while Gold Honda 8 is going to find a good ways to find one opening spot to be on his position to the overtake. This is going to be quite very closer to do it, so I'm keep defending my position at 7th place, while JC and Patch Oi 205 are still battling out for 6th place, but this is going to be quite taking the time to do it, so 5th place might be stepping in onto the battle for a conclusion. And oh man, looks like this is going to be quite taking the time for the moment, the time to spare, so it looks like Gold Honda 8 is definitely might be taking a little bit quick recovery time to going right at it. Now it looks like this is going to be it, folks. RX3 Oltar is about to take one last chicane to take the final stretch, and looks like he's going to make it, folks. This is going to be it at that time, so looks like that is going to be RX3 Oltar takes the first win of the 2019-20 Exhibition Series of the Manufacturer Series on the 3rd season. He has finally made it at last, folks. RX3 Oltar and Alfa Romeo takes the checker flag at the podium. He did a pretty good job, folks. What an excited race out there to take this challenging ways to be on to the first start to begin. Now that was going to be brilliant to see it. Badger J takes in second place. In third place is PSRT Slugslime. Now that was an impressive moment to see how Group 3 race cars taking the challenge on Suzuka circuit. It's going to be a lot of good challenging skills and rivalry battles out there because it's going to be quite very perfect to be amazed. But it was pretty good to have a first round to be very challenging for having a one good clean race. Will might be taking in to go overdrive. Will be having a good challenge. So it looks like I just finally did it. One clean race for the first round of the competition is going to be quite very brilliant to do it. So this is going to be quite doing a lot better to have what it takes to see how every race Will might be taking the good challenge to defend each specific drivers to be on well defended position. So I hope this is going to be quite doing good to see it. So I'm congratulating to RX3 Otar for the win. So he did pretty good for his Alfa Romeo 4C Group 3 wheel. Might take the most best lap will be performed. Go Honda 8 is thanking me for the good race. So looks like I did pretty good job out there to keep well defending on the position. It is going to be quite very brilliant to have this time for the race, folks. So it was pretty good to have all the sportsmanship rating will be going in to keep going on to the blue. But that was impressive, folks. This is going to be the very good first round of the manufacturer series. We'll be getting ready to go for the next round, but this is going to be quite giving the time to be practiced, to be prepared. This will be my first video in 2020, folks. So I did pretty good job out there to race in the first round of the manufacturer series. Racing on Suzuka circuit is definitely might be very good to take 12 laps. Will might be keeping up by having a choice of the tire for use is going for the racing medium. But this is going to be quite doing well for the Chevy Corvette C7 Group 3. We're always going to keep on racing to take a good challenging ways to go. Alright folks, glad that you really enjoyed this race. Thanks for watching. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, bell for notification uploads, and the links on the description down below if you want to see more. Library blog videos are available to watch anytime you want. So this will be the entertainment showcase about some different cars and with some libraries I have been made. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time for continuing on the manufacturer series on Gran Turismo Sport, and I'll see you guys later. Keep on racing, stay clean.